Spain, the land of bullfighting, has long been known as the homeland of vibrant flamenco dances. Not only that, this land also has many ancient sites and many long-standing relics. Each relic is associated with an interesting historical story. That is why Spain always has a strong attraction for tourists who are passionate about archaeology and culture. Traveling to Spain is great. But it's even better if you prepare everything carefully before going, including buying travel insurance. Why do you need to buy travel insurance when coming to Spain? It would be a mistake if one day you visit the land of bullfighting without having travel insurance in hand. This type of contract will ensure solid security for your finances if you are unlucky enough to get sick, have an accident, or have your property or luggage stolen. Another benefit of travel insurance is that it will cover your prepaid travel expenses if your trip is cancelled due to an unforeseen emergency. This means you don't have to worry about losing everything if you can't take your trip as originally planned. What does Spain travel insurance policy cover? A good travel insurance policy when traveling to Spain on your own should have the following terms. Medical expenses up to 1–2 billion Vietnamese dongs, depending on the insurance program you choose. Return you to the starting point, Vietnam, if you are seriously injured and cannot follow the schedule. If your flight is delayed due to a situation beyond your control, such as severe weather, insurance will help you arrange the nearest available flight, or reimburse you for the cost of the delay. Covers the cost of the trip if it is cancelled due to objective, unforeseen reasons. Coverage for lost or stolen luggage. Even if this isn't a standard travel insurance policy, it's worth adding as an extra, at an extra cost. It can be a huge time saver to track down a lost passport in a foreign country. What does Spain travel insurance not cover? Like all other types of insurance, Spain travel insurance policies also come with exclusions, which are illness or injury arising from pre-existing medical conditions. Any illness that you have been diagnosed with by a doctor or had symptoms of before you left, such as flu, fever, allergies, diarrhea, etc., will not be covered by your insurance if it recurs in a foreign country. This means you will have to pay for treatment yourself. Unforeseen events that affect your vacation, such as civil unrest, terrorism or natural disasters. Any accident, illness or injury that is alcohol-related. If you injure yourself or someone else after drinking too much alcohol, the insurance company will definitely refuse to pay the compensation costs. Travel to locations that the Foreign and Commonwealth Office (FCO) has warned should be avoided. Accidents and injuries occur when participating in winter sports, such as skiing, or adventure activities, such as mountain climbing, scuba diving, etc. Make sure your travel insurance is valid at least 1 month before your trip. This way, You will be protected if something unexpected happens during that time and prevents you from traveling to Spain as planned. Don't be so frugal that you buy insurance that is valid from the day of departure. How does the EHIC work when you are in Spain? The EHIC scheme, designed to provide access to state-subsidized healthcare for visitors to EU countries, of which Spain is a member. This means that you will be entitled to the same healthcare as a Spanish citizen if you are unlucky enough to suffer a health problem while traveling here. However, not all medical treatment in Spain is free, and you will still have to pay for some of it. While the EHIC is considered a safe and useful health insurance scheme, it is not a substitute for travel insurance. An EHIC will not cover the cost of repatriating you in an emergency. Nor will it cover the cost of a relative staying in Spain to look after you if you become ill. And of course, it does not protect your belongings if they are stolen. Tips for traveling to Spain. 1. Get used to not speaking English. Accept the fact that not many Spaniards speak English. Not only that, there are places in this country where people do not speak Spanish, like the Tay, Eid, etc. ethnic groups in Vietnam who are not good at Vietnamese. Some other popular languages in the land of bullfighting are Basque and Catalan. Therefore, you need to equip yourself with translation apps on your smartphone to easily communicate with native speakers. 2. Bring some cash. Most shops, restaurants and resorts in Spain's major cities accept card payments. However, there will be times when you feel like wandering the streets, stopping at street food stalls or doing some small shopping in the markets. That's when cash comes in handy. You should exchange your money into Spanish currency when you are at home. In case the place you are going to does not accept cards or there is no ATM nearby. This is one of the SpainTravel tips you should know. 3. Have a backup plan if you're a vegetarian. Spain is famous and loved for its rich cuisine. However, like many other European countries, the country's most attractive dishes are made from meat, fish and seafood, not at all suitable for vegetarians. If you go to famous tourist destinations, you will easily find restaurants with vegetarian menus. On the contrary, if you are in less famous places, this is extremely difficult. Therefore, you need to prepare at home some familiar vegetarian foods that you eat every day, such as dried fruits, biscuits, dried food, instant noodles, etc. 4. Slow down like the Spanish. What is special about Spain? The Spanish have a tradition of living a slow life. It seems that they are only active in the morning, and spend the afternoon and evening working at a moderate pace, or even resting. Nowadays, major tourist areas, attractions and cities have broken with this tradition by staying open all day. However, in smaller villages and towns, especially in rural Spain, a slower pace of life is still valued. If you are visiting these areas, you will have no choice but to stop for a break during the afternoon and evening. 5. Dealing with sunlight. Spain is famous for its hot weather in the summer. Just be aware that just 30 minutes of exposure to the sun is enough to cause a serious sunburn. Always wear sunscreen, a hat and sunglasses, and seek shade whenever possible.